Hi, everybody, and welcome to Path of Peace. Thank you so much for joining me for another short video with card reading for trauma healing. Before we start, please know that these shorter videos do not substitute in any way medical healthcare, professional medical healthcare, or therapeutic healthcare. However, tarot cards, and maybe you also ask these questions like, how can tarot cards help me to heal my trauma? They will not help you to heal the trauma, but they can help you to change the story around the trauma. And then when you connect it with a therapy, or when you connect it with medical support, or when you connect it with healthy food and improving your relationships, then you can basically create like this much more supportive environment and much more supportive patterns in your life that can somehow help you to navigate your life with trauma. Some traumas can be healed like altogether. Some traumas maybe are like long term, or maybe even something stick with us even till the end of our lives, but doesn't mean that you have to be limited by it. So tarot cards are like these beautiful symbols and images that can help us to see through the story and support us and maybe give us that extra hug when we have a bad day. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm supporting myself with it on my own personal path to balance, and because I have been working with tarot for over a decade, and I love storytelling, I would also love to support you. So today's story is very interesting. I will start with this card from Osho Zen Tarot. This card is called Harmony. It is 10 of Cups in the regular tarot. However, we will stick with the symbology here with this beautiful lady, two dolphins jumping out of her heart. It's like very blue energy, like very, very blue energy. Blue is this like water energy. It's like this throat chakra energy as well, which is your voice, which is amazing when we take into consideration that we are talking about trauma, because trauma is usually taking away our voice. It is taking away our creativity. It is maybe shutting down some emotions that we had to push away because we didn't have space, time, or resources to heal them. So this is a beautiful card that is basically talking about that connection with your soul, that connection with that essence of you that is helping you to be creative, to be in the flow, to be more in balance. I perceive this card and this symbol as a symbol of the soul. So how can I bring my soul into this whole process of healing, and what is meant by this? It simply means that if you are not connected with your soul, even if you try to heal yourself, it may be very difficult. And connection with your soul is basically connecting with that essence that was given specifically to you for this life, or for this lifetime if you believe in reincarnation. And it is basically a set of talents, a set of gifts, but also a set of challenges. But it is helping you to better understand who you really are and what is it that you are supposed to be doing here. Because everybody has a very unique matrix on some levels. Yes, we all have human experience. The human experience is very similar in many different ways. We all have challenges, we all have to deal with sickness or death or loss of loved ones. We all have to take care of our everyday life. However, we are also on some levels very unique in a sense of what are your talents? What is it that you love doing? What is it that inspires you? You know, some people are born teachers, some people are born doctors, some people have quality of bringing disruption to places that are very stagnant. Some people are like these beautiful harmony creators, some people are peacemakers, some people are good at engineering, and some people are good at something else. That's basically what is meant by that connection. When you have connection with your soul, then basically, despite the challenges, despite what you have to heal, despite what you have to balance in your life, there is like this extra lightness because you know, oh, I have like this resource of joy or this resource of beauty, this meaning. It can give a deeper meaning to your life. It will be very different from everybody. And maybe the best way how to discover it is just to sit in nature and observe and listen. Listen to your body, feel yourself. Or maybe you can do a guided visualization or meditation. Maybe you can just sit with yourself and recognize from your childhood, what was it that I loved doing? What was it that I naturally inclined towards before I was way too socialized or way too maybe controlled by the society that I grew up? Yeah. So there is something that basically everybody can bring to a table. So that connection with the soul can be also very helpful in healing some of the traumas, because usually in the soul there is also a medicine for the traumas and for the challenges and for, it's like that extra joy, as I said previous, like that extra joy. So this is like an invitation to support your healing journey with connection with your soul. Then we have a Knight of Cups, which is a beautiful symbol of love. I will be talking about it just in a moment. We have Four of Wands and we have Seven of Swords. So there is this beautiful storyline that is talking about love. When we go through healing, it is incredibly important to learn how to open up to love. And what I noticed in my own life and in my family and in general, people around me, society that I come from, I noticed that so many people have troubles to receive love. That they either diminish it or they refuse it or they get angry, that there is not like this natural capacity to receive love spontaneously and to be grateful for that. Yeah, that there is always like this some kind of additional value that is either making it bigger or making it smaller or making it something. And that original, very open, loving, kind, natural state that is basically the birthright of our soul, when I say it in this way, it was somehow distorted. So there is also an invitation, how do I receive love? How am I opening myself to receive love? Four of Wands is a card of stability, but it is also usually connected with relationships and with home situation. So there is an invitation to somehow maybe redefine my relationships and bring more love into them. Maybe is there a way how I would bring more love and stability into my partnerships, friendships, or family? Yeah, so that there is more love, which means also more welcoming energy for healing emotional trauma or physical challenges or anything that you are going through. Is there a way? How can I implement that into my life? The Seven of Swords is a usually card that has a symbology of thief in the house. Yeah, thief in the house, which means there is something, there is an influence, there is a pattern, there is an emotion, there is a mental state, or there is even like somebody, something outside, a toxic influence outside that is entering our home, entering our body. So when we understand this card, it is basically inviting us to see what are the toxic influences that are coming to my home. Because my home, my body, my relationships, my food, my soul, it should be sacred. So what toxic impacts are there? Something it is external toxicity, like, it can be polluted air. It can be very harsh words from somebody that, that hurt you. It can be someone who is stealing away your energy, that you are with toxic people. But it can also be your mind, your own mind. It can be your own fear. It can be your own unhealthy food habit, like eating habit. Yeah. So this is basically an invitation that is saying and stating very clearly, hey, look, your body is sacred. Your life is sacred. Your soul is sacred. Do you have capacity to receive love? Do you have capacity to nourish your relationships? What is it that is toxic? There are things that are toxic and we can't change them. Maybe not right away. For example, if you live in a city and suddenly there is polluted air for, 10 days, then, most probably you can't do anything about it. You can somehow eliminate the impact on your health by not going out on these days, or leaving the city for some time and spending time in nature. There is, some little tiny steps that you can take, but most probably you can't be the one that will take the poisonous cloud away from the city, right? So when it is an outer influence, I would love to invite you to make choices about how you deal with it, how you can maybe diminish it or somehow eliminate it. And if it's inner influence, then that's a beautiful space for transformation, for basically inner transformation. If you have toxic thoughts about yourself, or toxic thoughts that are somehow in your home situation, or anything that is emerging from within, then it is basically an invitation, maybe, what can I do about it? How can I slowly bring it to the space of love? How can I connect myself more with my soul and what is truthful? How can I heal my relationships? And if they are toxic, leave them, So I love this spread because it gives so much insight, and that's basically where I am inviting you once and again through these cards to sit with this and make your own evaluation and focus on how you can bring more love into your life. And love is sometimes misinterpreted in the sense of that if you like it, then it's love. And if you do not like it and don't agree with it, then it's not love. But that's not true. Love is sometimes also making a tough decisions. Yeah. Because love is about balance. Love is about allowing yourself to be healthy, or at least more healthy, or eliminate some toxicity, improve some relationships. That is love. That what brings peace, that what brings balance. So it is not about, if I like it, it's okay. Sometimes we have to make tough decisions to come to space of healing. So I genuinely wish you to be able and to take your time to really discover your soul and what brings love. And I thank you so much, and I hope to connect with you soon. Bye bye for now.